Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 13 of Civilization Beyond Earth. I've messed up my trade routes a little bit. I'm still trying to get used to this fact that you can only actually have very limited trade routes between certain cities. So I actually just made one of my trade routes run between Ian and Thabo using a land trade route. And now I can no longer trade between Magan and Thabo using my sea trade route. So I'm just using one of my naval vessels, which have got quite a few upgrades recently in terms of their speed and movement, and we can go and have a look and see if we can find another coastal city that we can trade with. That is the plan anyway. Couple of turns away from geophysics, that will allow us to reveal geothermal, possibly even get some geothermal wells going, and then we're going to be working towards starting either the Transcendence victory, because we are going Harmony, or the other option is going for the Contact victory. I'm not sure which one is going to work for us yet. Just being careful with this Explorer, because there is a Kraken lurking around somewhere. Thabo has completed something or other, again, can't remember what it was. So let us go ahead and get... Autoplane could be useful, better production, better energy. Vivarium, it's starving. Let's give it some more food. That gives us a bit of science as well. What are you going to... You're going to work on the drone sphere, actually. It's going to be 18 turns to get the drone sphere going, so you guys can go ahead and do that. You're going to continue to have a look around. There we go. We've actually found a coastal city. Guess we can have a bit of an explore. Right, now that we have a coastal city... Can we trade with it? Yes, we can. So we'd actually be getting 12 energy and 10 science. We'd be giving them 7 energy and 5 science, but at least my trade vessel's not going to be sat idle, which is what worries me most. I've got more people that I can actually trade with at this point. Oh, a derelict settlement. Use an explorer unit to build an expedition here and you will uncover rewards. That's very, very tempting. Although my closest Explorer unit is a world away. We could just build another Explorer in one of our cities. It's not a terrible idea. Let's go on to the next turn. You're going to go ahead and construct that plantation. And in fact, Thabo, you should actually be working that tile anyway. Because that's going to be more beneficial. In fact, don't work the one with energy. Work the ones that give you production. There we go. That's not too bad. We'll be able to go and upgrade that shortly as well. And give us some more food. So... let's return to the map. Let's go on to the next turn. Wow, currently all of a sudden getting 30 energy per turn. Definitely proves that it's worth finding the other cities of other civilizations and trading with them. That's a massive amount of additional energy that we're getting.
The dust of a dying world.
Okay, well, we've researched geophysics, so we'll have a look around and see if we've got any... Well, there's geothermal. Obviously, that's not where we are going, but... have a bit of a look around the map. You are going to continue in this direction. I was hoping you'd hit landmass by now. Guess you could go over there. Quest decision. So what have we got? We have lived here long enough, so we must no longer hunt for resources. Nowhere is this more evident than on the floor of our Xeno nursery. Within its walls, we can grow and harness resources which occur naturally on this planet. Unfortunately, the process is costly, so we must choose which resource to create, miasma or xenomass. So we can either grow and harness miasma, which will give us an immediate 450 science, or we can grow and harvest xenomass, which will give us plus 5 xenomass resources. This is a difficult one because it's not something per turn. It's an additional plus 5 xenomass or an instant 450 science. And I think I'm a bit behind on my science. I'm going to go for the instant science, because that will really help us towards getting alien ethics, which was a mile away to begin with. So I'm quite glad of that option. Might not have been the correct option to go for, but nonetheless, that is the option that we have taken. So let's have another turn. I'm still not at the bottom of the scoreboard. I'm slowly working my way up. Oh, he's friendly now. So as soon as I've traded with him, he now wants to be my buddy. Okay, that's fine. At least I don't have to worry too much about building military units to protect myself from him anymore, which was always a concern. I'm a bit worried about this guy. Let's continue to explore around with you. See what we might find. Just try and find some of the coastlines now. Definitely would like to get an explorer over to that derelict settlement. There is miasma on it, which is a bit of a pain. It's not the end of the world.
Now
Now you want open borders. I'm going to accept simply because it will probably strengthen the relationship. And not to say that we won't go to war at some point in this game, but let's do it on our own terms. Okay, covert agent identified. A covert agent belonging to Brasilia has been identified in Magan. The agent escaped.
Bienvenido.
This is a terrible misstep by our intelligence community. Surely you can overlook this small transgression. Let's make this Cold War a hot one. I like that. Others will hear about this breach of trust. So that's denouncing. Stop the covert operation. So for the first offence, yes, must have been a mistake. Don't do it again, or I'm going to come over there and punch you. Let's continue to scout this coastline. See what we can find. Another station there. In fact, nope, it's not the one that I could see with my explorer from the other side. Let's go on to the next turn. 10 turns away from alien ethics. Lots of strange noises. Really do need to sort this happiness out. Can't be doing with this culture nerf. Still really struggling to try and find... Oh wow, there's obviously something going on down here. A lot of aliens taking a little bit of damage. Alien nest discovered. Wow, that is not a good place to have an alien... Actually, it is a good place to have an alien nest, because the good thing is with this tile is aliens can't actually spawn on the tile because it's within the three tile radius of my ultrasonic fence, which means that the alien nest can spawn as often as it likes, and I'll just keep going and picking 25 free energy from it every time it does. What are we going to build over here now? I guess we could get the Earth relic going. Why not? I think we need to start looking at technologies that will specifically give us some health. Now, there is a way to find that in the tech tree, which is, again, you can do that with the filter. If you want to find something that will specifically give you a certain resource, let's just go and empty this nest out first. So there we go, 25 free energy. We can go into the science, and we can go onto the filter and just click health. And that will literally highlight to us all of the things that give us health. Genetic design would give us health. We could build the gene garden. So it might be worth going into that at some point. What else could we potentially get? We could route out to mechatronics. That would give us the optical surgery. Although that requires level 5 in supremacy, so that's not quite all that useful. I guess we'll work through it. I don't think it's going to be terrible for us. We're only slightly unhappy, but I guess we'll see. Okay, you guys just continue to do your coastal thing. Oh yes, there's still you. Ah, we've actually found the landmass. I might actually pop up north there and see what we can find. What do we have over here? Trade convoy. Where are we going to go with you? You can actually go to... Ayan was the previous route. So let's keep that one going. Although apparently we're not trading with Lalibela. And it would be nice to get the extra energy and the extra culture. Let's go ahead and do that. Because I think Ayan can sustain itself for the moment. Possibly. Would be nice to get some of this geothermal hooked up as well. Could probably do with another worker. So, might pop one out quite soon. You guys are now standing in miasma, so get back into the city. Choose production. Thabo, what are you going to build over here? Laboratory would give us +3 science, which would be quite nice. Trade depot I don't necessarily know if we need right now. Let's go ahead and get the auto plant. I guess we could try and find some of the coastal cities that we could trade with, but I don't think we are close to any. Although saying that, there isn't actually a distance limit on trade routes now. However, you do have to be very careful, because the further away your trade routes go, the more likely you are to actually be attacked by the aliens along the way. We've actually reached level 1 in Supremacy as well, so our Explorer units can now build an additional expedition. Does that also include units that we already had? Yes, it does. Expedition modules too. That is nice to know. So, Ian has finished whatever that was building. Repair facility is being recommended by every advisor, really, but, I mean... 10% production for land units, not really building land units. At this point, I think what I'm actually going to do is just build another worker. You have finished hooking up that fruit. We should be working that tile, which we are, which is very nice. So what would be another good tile for you to go and work? Probably this one. We could get this algae up and running. Or we could bring you back, and we could potentially... 1, 2, 3. We could potentially connect up this silica, which would probably be good. Or this titanium, which would be even better. So go ahead and do that. You're going to continue around the coast. Ah, look, you have a little boat all of your own. Is that one of our trade routes? Oh, it's his icon. Very difficult to see the icon, because the thing is now is all the units are the same colours. There's no difference... Oh, no, one of these things. There's no difference in the colour between units anymore. Ah, copper. Liqueur, we found the Franco-Iberians. There's a city up here, because we can already see that they've got 2 tac jets stationed in it. So let's go on to the next turn. Friendly with Franco-Iberia, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Is yours.
Open borders with you.
For a price. I can live...
Oh, dear. Oh, very dear. Well, you're dead. Okay, so let's not hang around there too much then. That was a little bit unfortunate. Let's get you guys back in and heal up. Let's just have a bit of a look around Franco-Iberia's borders. I was annoyed that that got killed, but there was nothing I could have done. There was just so many things around. So is this another quest that we have here? So what quests do we have? The Leadfoot Soldier, which is to build the Xeno Sanctuary, which we are kind of working on. But if we build the Xenodrome, we'll get a free Xeno Sanctuary anyway. Operative Extraction. Perform Steel Science Covert Operation in Krabost. The operative has been located and is ready for extraction. Perform Extract Operative Covert Operation in Krabost. We'll do that next then. And then this one, we have to build a microbial mine in Ian. And how do we build one of those? I guess it's something that we're going to need tech for. Microbial mine. Well, that's quite out on the fringe, isn't it? Requires level 7 in harmony as well. And costs 2 xenomass. Does give us quite a bit of production, plus 3 per turn and plus 10%. And we would be able to get the armor sale, which is plus 4 production and 100 hit points for the city, which is quite nice. But it's still quite a way away, and it would mean going through a few other things first. Could go through... well, we need organics. That'll give us the bio factory. Plus 4 grower specialist slots. Plus 1 energy from generator improvements. Could be useful. Not too sure where we're going to go from there. We'll have to have a look. No rush to get that completed. Let's go on to the next turn anyway. Thabo gets 20 production because we cleared a forest over there. Going to have to build another one of those ships now. Oh well, it served its purpose. I mean, to be honest, it managed to get the... it managed to allow us to discover this coastal city, which means we've got somebody to trade with, so that's helped things out immensely. This worker is going to build a mine, because that'll give us a lot of construction. Can't really go that way, so we'll have to take a bit of... Well, we can't even shortcut through the miasma because this thing's in the way, so we're going to have to come back around again. That was a little bit annoying. We'll take a bit of damage, but we can live with that. Very nearly level 6 harmony. As soon as we hit level 6 harmony, we'll actually heal in miasma, and then it's not a problem at all. Thobo has grown, which is fantastic. So you are working the Xenomass, which is perfect, really. We will go ahead and build a Xenomass extractor on there, because as soon as we do that, that will stop any alien nests from respawning on it. Culture has been developed. So what were we going to do here? I remember that I wanted to spend... 2 things in tier 1, because we do want to get this synergy bonus, but we also would like to get some happiness if we can. 25% more yields from trade routes to your own city is not necessarily needed. Not doing orbital units. How much of... Right, we've already got that one. Leave text costs less science. Is there anything else here that helps with happiness that's quite close? No. What would this give us? +1 energy from basic resources. Plus 15% production towards wonders. Well, we do have a wonder to build. Let's go ahead and take that one. And I think we will go into investment at some point. Earn 1% of stockpiled energy amount every turn up to 100 energy. So basically, if I have 467 energy stockpiled, then I would gain 4.67 gold energy per turn, up to a maximum of 100 energy per turn. But you'd have to have like what 10,000 energy stockpiled to be able to get that. So, wouldn't be worrying about that one. I think you were building a worker. Can't quite remember. You might as well build that repair facility now, though. I guess we could go for the launch complex. It's not really a massive requirement, but at the end of the day, it's not a bad one either. You can just fortify up. You are going to work your way around in this direction, then. We have a new worker. We might as well go and get this geothermal connected. I want to get a lot of stuff connected. The silica I want to get connected. But let's go and get the geothermal, because we don't have any geothermal at all yet. So we're going to be doing that. Oh, you've actually got enough movement to do it. So construct a geothermal well. Changes the tile to +3 energy. So that's going to be good. That'll be a nice little tile to work there. Certainly help that money flow. So things aren't going too bad. The main problem we've still got is the health issue. It'd be so nice if we can just reach level 6 in harmony, so we don't have to worry about the miasma. Is this the technology that allows us to build the... No, there was a technology I was looking at that allowed us to build a very specific harmony unit, but I don't think we've unlocked that one yet, although it is something that I plan to do. So let's just go and have a look around here. There's no point going north there, because obviously this giant canyon's in the way all the way around. I'm only 3 points... Well, I was only 3 points behind. Franco-Iberia's actually dropped ahead of me now. Drone sphere has been built by another colony. Well, that's annoying.
The golden rule runs across all good ethics.
There is no
Let's
try.
define our neighbor broadly and spread love through the universe.
So we have researched a new technology. We can try and work on the Xenodome. It's a little bit annoying that the drone sphere has been built in another colony. Can't remember what it was even now that the drone sphere gave me. I know that I was working towards it. Drone sphere, swarm robotics. That was the one that would have given me +2 science and +10 healing for military units. Real pain that somebody nabbed that. There's not a lot I can do about it. But it does mean that we now have our Capital 3 in production, where it can essentially work on the Xenodrome. Well, it could be if we had the 3 geothermal, but that's okay, because we're actually working on getting some geothermal down here. How much geothermal is there? 6. Okay, so we'll have that. That's not a problem. So what I need to get now is something that's only going to take a few turns. Let's get the... Could get the Mind Stem. No point getting the Sanctuary. Let's get the Alien Preserve. Got a massive amount of energy for grabbing that, though. Now I really do wish I'd have taken investment, because we'd be earning 10 gold, 10 extra energy per turn. So difficult to get out of that habit. We can actually now choose another tech. So what do we go in for? Do we try and actually get designer life forms? Awesome. Rocktopus. Harmony unique unit. It's a little bit further away than I'd like to aim for. What would be worth us getting? Is it worth going into organics? Extra production? Extra energy? Grow specialist slots? Extra energy from generators? Or going into biology? Because we can go to either of these from chemistry. So biofuel plant. Extra energy from algae. Grow lab. Extra food and food from fungus. And domes for protection. Quite a lot of interesting stuff we can get. Is there any wonders that are sort of close to nabbing? Get bio well. Entire improvement buildable by worker units on any terrain and provides +1 health. We get the bionic slab, health +20%. Nah, requires level 4 impurity, which is a little bit of a shame. But it would be nice to get the bio well. But surely there must be more interesting and pressing things. Get carriers, support units. Construct mag rails, which is basically like rail instead of roads. A lot of interesting stuff here that we could pick from. All worker units receive +1 movement. The Markov Eclipse, +4 science, +1 culture. Military units gain experience 50% faster. That's not bad. But I think we have to work towards the happiness, though. Let's go for bionics. Because we definitely need to sort that problem out. You're near aliens. Aliens get unhappy if we get near their nests, but I can't see a nest, so that should be okay. What's that? That's basalt. That's fine. Let's go on to the next turn. I think that's Brazilia's borders up here. This is not in the water anymore, I suppose. It's one thing. What we could do, and what we should do, because I've certainly got enough energy to do it. Keep having a little bit of an explorer. I've probably got open borders with Franco, actually. I could have just gone through their territory, couldn't I? What I should probably do is go into my capital and purchase a... Lost you. Explorer. Because they're dirt cheap anyway. They're like 200 energy. And we can send him up there to try and grab this derelict settlement, if it's still there. Let's go on to the next turn. And that will probably be the final turn on this video. Still stockpiling a decent amount of energy now. 54 energy per turn. We've certainly sorted that issue out. This has always been the issue with civilization, is gold solves everything. That worker's now finished that. Is that tile locked in? Yes, it is, because that's a brilliant tile. You might as well move over to here and we'll build the barge on the algae. Let's have a little bit of a look around and see what we can find. What have we got over here? Choose production. I guess we could get a trade depot. I'm not sure that you necessarily need it. Let's get the lab. There's a lot of science still to uncover. We might as well have some decent science going. A unit needs orders. You have finished that. Not even sure if that tile's been worked. But now is probably a good time for you to come down here and get that connected. What go back. What tiles are you... You are working that tile. That's very good. That's a lovely tile. That is a lovely tile. That is an amazing tile. And yeah, I'll just leave you on that one. You might change to something else when one of these gets upgraded. We'll have to have a look. 13 turns until new growth. One thing I haven't looked at, actually, is the size of my cities. We're at size 11 in Ayan, and our capital is size 10. So this is actually a better fed city. I'm not surprised that it's got some really nice tiles around. It's why I chose that location in the first place. Explorer, you are going to work your way very slowly And very dangerously over to that piece of land up there. Let's go on to the next turn. I did mean to end the turn there. See, it is sucking me in. It is starting to do that one more turn thing that Civilization so often does. I do have to say, though, I have to play in this game now for, what, 200 turns. And I'm probably... I don't know, what is this? This is the 13th video, so I've probably played the game for about 4 hours or so now. Maybe 5. It still doesn't seem to have quite the amount of depth that Civilization 5 does, but I'm still really enjoying the game. So let's create a work barge. This will give us 1 food on algae. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, we can go through Brazilia's territory. That is interesting. Oh, well, let's just keep having a scout around them. Cooperation agreement has expired. Choose production in Ion. You finished whatever it was you were doing. We could actually build the mind stem here. Had 1 point per turn to the Transcendence victory. Or we could go for the Xeno Sanctuary. Might as well go for the Xeno Sanctuary. It'll be quicker. Yep, let's go ahead and do that then. Magan has finished something. Still can't get that Xenodrome yet because we still need the geothermal. How many turns away is that from completion? 2 more turns. Can we build anything over here in 2 turns? We actually can't. Could build another trade vessel. Not necessarily sure we can use it. 2 turns for a worker. Why not? Let's get another worker going. We've got plenty of things that we can upgrade. I've done it again, haven't I? I've actually gone and hit next turn. Okay, we'll make this next turn a quick one. Hopefully we won't have an awful lot to micromanage.
Excuse me, I have important information for you.
Stolen some more science and we went undetected, so that is great. Now, one thing it does keep telling us is to use the extract operative thing. So let's go ahead and do that because it will complete a quest. Even though I'd like to leave him in there doing useful stuff, but let's get him out of there. And, oh, it looks like Brasilia have another colonist, so they're about to try and do something. This is our explorer. You are working your way up here. And that is definitely all I can do on this turn, so I will end the video there. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Beyond Earth, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.